Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup here on this Saturday evening, August 29th, 2015 here. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start it off out at Citi Field here in New York City, where the Boston Red Sox square off against the New York Mets in the second of a 3-game series at Citi Field here. And the Boston Red Sox got on the board first in the top of the sixth on a Pebble Sandoval double on a line drive to center field. Unit suspended that scored spooky bets and was 1-0 favored the Red Sox here. And then Buck Holt runs to the fourth side, first baseman Dale Murphy to shortstop Wilmer Ford that scores Pebble Sandoval. And it was 2-0 favored the Red Sox while Travis Shaw was out at second base. And then top of the seventh, Mookie Betts homers on the line drive to left field. 12th home of the season makes it 3-0 favored the Boston Red Sox here. And then Bowman seventh, one UAB doubles on a line drive to center field of Mookie Betts that scores Kelly Johnson. As the Boston Red Sox improved their record to 60-69 in the season with a 3-1 victory over the New York Mets as Joe Kelly improved his record at 86 in the season, 7-point winning pitch, 5 hits, 1 run, and strikeout 2 while Jacob DeGrom got the loss to go to 12-7 season here. Next up, the Sox will be looking at trying to sweep the series away from the Yankees at 1:10 p.m. tomorrow at Citi Field as Wade Mountain, the man for the Red Sox ball. Nadegaard and the man for the New York Mets here. Alright, let's take a look at some other scores around the majors here on this Saturday evening here. Top of the ninth, St. Louis Cardinals are leading the San Francisco Giants 5-0 through 3. No score between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Kansas City Royals here. And the Toronto Blue Jays thumped the Detroit Tigers 15-1. How about those Red Sox? Yes! Kentucky Red Sox and the Rochester Red Wings will get underway about 3 minutes from now at Frontier Field out in Rochester, New York. Here in the National Football League preseason, Buffalo Bills are leading the Pittsburgh Steelers 43-19 here, and the rest will be the Cleveland Browns and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New York Giants and the New York Jets, Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons, Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings, Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Bears, and it's a Beltway battle. Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens, and the Indianapolis Colts and the St. Louis Rams, and the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. And the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks, San Diego Chargers. Alright, let's take a look at some WNBA basketball scores here. WNBA scores, all games are evening games. So New York Liberty and Connecticut Sun and the Chicago Sky and Atlanta Dream here. Take a look at MLS soccer scores here. Columbus Crew defeat the New York City Football Club 2-1, and FC Toronto the Montreal Impact 2-1, and the New England Revolution will get underway against the Philadelphia Union at 7 o'clock here. All right, let's take a look at some sports news here on this Saturday evening here. American Fair, the first Triple Crown winner in 37 years, led most of the way but was overtaken by Key Nass in a $1.6 million Trevor Stakes race in Midsummer Derby at Central Racecourse on Saturday afternoon here. In South Williamsport, Pennsylvania, Chayton Crest hit an RBI single to right field to give Lewisburg, Pennsylvania a 3-2 victory at Pearl in Texas on Saturday for a berth in a Little League World Series championship game in front of a record crowd in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, as they will be taking on the team from Japan, in which they defeat Mexico 1-0 in the international final here. Atlanta Falcons have agreed to a 5-year contract extension with a wide receiver Julio Jones, the team that Saturday before its preseason game against the Miami Dolphins. Given nothing away after Clayton Kershaw strikeout of Miguel Mentor in the top of the second inning Friday night. Vin Scully states out on the Sportsnet LA as Vin Scully to return to the Los Angeles Dodgers, saying 2016 will be the final season for the 88-year-old broadcast legend. At a time when some wonder whether the Washington Redskins are clumsily hidden and hiding beyond the concussion label to justify going what a starting quarterback of an Ruffin Griffin III To start the season, Coach Jay Gruden apparently is afforded to go with a backup. In Anson, New Jersey, Sangmoon Bae is making most of his final weeks before he starts mandatory military service in South Korea. Bae match shot with a PGA champion Jason Day fought the third round of the Barclays on Saturday until both shots finished. Serena Williams died in the first Grand Slam of the U.S. Open 2015 since 1988. Veteran teammates were impressed by what quick City Carolina Panthers rookie linebacker Shaq Thompson is with his tackling. The attorney for Kevin Ward Jr.'s family Saturday dismissed Tony Suit's response to the wrongful death civil lawsuit brought by Ward's parents earlier this month. And Gate Yuzhed, Czech Republic. Thomas Peters of Belgium shot a 765 on Saturday just by being penalized for hitting the wrong ball, taking a one-stroke lead after the third round of the Czech Masters. Second seed, Kevin Anderson used his powerful serve to end the unlucky round of qualified Pierre Hugues-Herbert with a 6-4-7-5 victory in the final of the Winston-Salem Open in North Carolina Saturday. Ronda Rousey fans, get ready. That's the UFC Women's Middleweight Champion will defend her belt against challenger Holly Holm 2 months sooner than originally planned. The past 2 seasons have seen AS Roma and Juventus Clear establish themselves as 3A's leading clubs, with the Gallerossi blossoming into the closest challenger and the dominance enjoyed by the Turn Giants. In East Rutherford, New Jersey, the idea for recovery day Tom Coughlin gave the Giants in advance of Saturday's preseason game against the Jets came from a device about the size of a stopwatch of a kid's asthma inhaler. In Edison, New Jersey, Tony Finau was the first player of Tongan and American Samoan descent to compete on the PGA Tour, and the former fire and aft dancer has been able to transfer his skills to a different kind of blade to compete at the highest level. North Dakota State is playing at Montana, which feels like the first real moment of the 2015 college football season. 4-time defending FCS champion Bison kicked off festivities with a fantastic first round, ended in the first touchdown of the college football season here. As we take a look at that score, the Arizona Cardinals take on the Oakland Raiders, while the New Orleans Saints host the Houston Texans on Sunday, and Chelsea's Gary Cahill competes with the ball with Crystal Palace's Conor Wickham during the English Premier League soccer match between Chelsea and Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge Stadium in London on Saturday, as Crystal Palace sends Chelsea 2-1 in Moreno's 100th home game here. And it's North Dakota State University leading Montana 35-31 with about 15 seconds left, with Montana having the ball at the Notre Dame 1-yard line. That's going to be it for Sports Roundup here on this Saturday evening on 29, 2015 puberty. Have a good evening. I'll see you tomorrow right after the Red Sox Mets game. Have a good evening here.